Scott Walker has recently joined the list of Republicans saying how they would oppose an Iran deal. Now, he said this while he was on Hugh Hewitt's show, and he was asked whether or not he would disown such a deal between President Barack Obama and the Iranians when it came to, of course, Iran's nuclear capabilities. Now, in response to that question, he said, absolutely. On day one. I mean, to me, the concept of a nuclear Iran is not only problematic for Iran, and certainly for Israel, but it opens the doors. I mean, the Saudis are next. You're going to have plenty of others in the region. People forget that even amongst the Islamic world, there's no love lost between the Saudis and the Iranians. Interesting. So he says, I'm protecting Iran. You know what's funny is that the whole deal, he's worried so much about a nuclear Iran. But this whole deal would ensure that Iran doesn't get a nuclear weapon. That's kind of the whole point, dude. So it's just kind of funny. And the reason I call Scott Walker a profile in courage is that he just now, it's like, oh yeah, by the way, 47 senators, Tom Cotton, I like the cut of your jib. I'm going to sign on. Now that it's been proven to be somewhat popular with the Republican base, certainly not all Republicans are on board, of course, for undermining the president, though there are a lot in Congress that are. And we know Scott Walker is considering a run for president. So, jumping into the race, Scott Walker, he figures, maybe it's time to go and, whip up the base. Unlike Tom Cotton, see, I got to give Tom Cotton some credit on this one. It takes big balls to do something, either that or a lot of just being really, really stupid to do this. And I think, personally, I think it took big nuts to go and send a letter like this to the Iranian mullahs, right? Basically poking them right in the eye. Now here's Scott profiling Courage Walker, not even, doing that. Being like, waffling. Like, already I see Scott Walker as kind of like the wishy-washy kind of John Kerry of the right. And that's what I see. And here's what's funny. Now, this, of course, comes in response to reports of a bad deal, right? That's why Scott Walker and the other Republicans don't want to sign on or don't want to support any possible coming deal because they already think that they know what's in it. And it's a report of a bad deal. Now, they don't actually know what's in it, at least as far as we know. But got to remember, Israel has been spying on the deal and allegedly telling the Republicans what they've learned in order to undermine the deal. Now, we know Israel. Israel's going to be like, any deal's a bad deal. Any deal is a bad deal. We don't care. We actually want you to bomb Iran for us. Or else we want to do it. So, of course, any deal is going to be a bad deal to the Israelis. And they're going to tell the Republicans it's a bad deal. You need to go against it. Tom Cotton says, yes, sir. Also, give me that sweet, sweet defense contractor money. And we'll go on our way. We'll do your bidding. Amazing. Well, that's kind of how our politics seems to work these days. And now here's Scott Walker finally towing up the line saying, hey, I'm going to run for president. I want some defense contractor money too. Hey, I'll take it. Might be a little too late. But there we go. I think this is going to be a long line of stories about Scott Walker finally getting to a position way after all the Republicans take that position. I don't know about you, but that's what I predict. So there you go. Scott Walker, profile and courage.